What's up, Discord, and what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another market analysis. So this market analysis isn't live, right? And the main reason why is because I am setting up my YouTube so I can go live on YouTube. I'm setting up the program and the software for that as we speak. So this market analysis is pre-recorded. Okay, I am recording this personally, but we will talk about everything and all the pairs that you guys have recommended for me in the past. Okay, so just wanted to let you guys know that, and also to make that announcement that I will be streaming live on YouTube. I used to do it on Discord, but I want to give everyone opportunities to see the live, right? Even those that aren't able to join the Discord. The Discord is free, but being on YouTube will give everyone the opportunity to join, and it'll just be more organized for the YouTube channel and the Discord. All right, just one place for everyone to come and join the live call and talk about the markets. All right, so, and also I will be scheduling those lives a day before, so you will see the exact time that I will go live the day before that, and that should give you guys enough time for you to be able to join the live call and be here a part of the live session. Okay, so I'm setting that up, guys. That'll be ready by the next market analysis, so don't worry about that, and I will keep you guys updated. Okay, now getting right into it, guys, and just jumping right into the market analysis here. We are on DXY and we have a lot of things to talk about today, so let's get into it. We have this demand zone here on DXY. Let's zoom out for a little bit, just to give you guys an overview with the market real quick. So we have our demand zone here. We know our market cycle is completed. We have our accumulation, our reaccumulation, and then we have our ugly distribution here. So our market cycle is completed. Now, the market has retraced back into demand, which is here, our reaccumulation. This area is a demand zone too. This area is actually stronger than this area here, just because that we are in far more discounted pricing in this demand zone down here. And we also have news down here as well that we could use to mitigate. This obviously is going to be our origin. This is where it all started. This is where orders came into the market that drove us to the upside. Okay, so just make sure you're keeping an eye on this area right here. This is going to be the origin. So if you see the market pulling back, this is where we're going to target. All right, now zooming into where we have reacted from, which is right here. Now, what I do see, guys, is we left liquidity here, which I'm surprised that we did leave. We left these lows kind of intact here, and we created a change of character. So just by us creating this change of character, that already gives me a sign that, you know, we do have buyers from this area. We do have more than enough buyers willing to take this market higher to create this change of character. So now that we have that change of character, what am I going to be looking for? Honestly, next area I'm looking for us to come into is going to be here. This is news. I forgot which exact news event it was, but this is news. I'm not sure if that was the CPI news. It probably was. I think it was. And we rated these highs here. So I'm expecting this market to continue higher until we get into this CPI news, before we either get a pullback to the downside, maybe come in here to fill this imbalance and then go higher, or maybe we just get a small reaction and then we continue pushing higher, right? So either one of those, but this is the area that I'm looking to see that next reaction or maybe a pullback from. All right, like I said, we did react from here. I don't like the fact that we left these lows, but one lesson, guys, the market doesn't always have to take liquidity. Like, the market doesn't always have to feel in balance, right? Most of the time the market does want to, and eventually it will, right? Eventually the market will come and fill the imbalance or come take out the liquidity. It doesn't always have to be right now, right? The reason the market takes out liquidity in the first place is to fill orders. If they need orders filled, right? If they don't need no orders filled, they have no reason to take out liquidity. So just keep that in mind. If you don't see liquidity taken out, most likely the market didn't need those orders right there. They had enough orders filled to take this market higher. So keep that in mind. It's not always that we're going to take out liquidity. So I don't want you guys to be scared of this area just because we didn't take out liquidity. Understand that this market can still run with it being like this. Okay, so keep that in mind. But we do have a reaction here on DXY. So we do see potential signs that we might have a bullish DXY. Now understand that this could be the start of a huge schematic, this being our first touch, and then here we have our second touch here, and then we could potentially come down and give one more manipulation for our third drive before we get that mitigation and start going higher. So this could plan out to be a larger schematic. Okay, just keep that in mind as well. But for now, this is what we're working with. So when the market opens, we want to see how the market responds here, whether we just continue going higher into this area here. Maybe we give a pullback before we go higher. We just have to see how the market starts acting right here. I want to see whether we get a distribution or we continue seeing reaccumulations. But for now, from what I'm seeing here, is we do have a bullish sign on DXY. So because we have a bullish sign on DXY, that gives us an idea what to look for on EU, GU, and all of the USD pairs. So going into those pairs, let's start with EU. What do we see here on EU? So on EU here, I'm not gonna lie, guys, we are inside of a demand zone. So I'll put that here. I chose the wrong thing. Why does it keep choosing the wrong? All right. So what makes this area demand? Now, we did take out this area here. We did create change of character. We did create all of these breaks. The only thing I don't like here is the fact that we did not take out this high. We left liquidity at this high, but we did not take out the high. Okay, so what does that mean here? Now that kind of makes this area a little bit less probability for me. The reason why is because we did not create a BOS here. We got the change of character, of course, but in the long term, we didn't create a BOS and we just left liquidity here. That also helps us as well, meaning the market could give us a reaction here to come out, take that liquidity, but I will not be taking a limit order from this area. It is CPI news, so this is a valid demand zone. Make sure you are watching the market here. This is CPI. So what I'm going to expect here, potentially, and also we do have a manipulation right here. So we do have boom and then boom, right? So manipulation of Asian highs. We got a break of the low. So this is the high that drove us into this demand zone mainly. So we need to break this high to get a change of character. Right, I need us to break this high for me to see that buyers are interested in this market here. So what I would need and what I'm expecting here on this market, potentially, if we feel an accumulation here, let's say we start forming an accumulation that drives us higher, let's say we get a reaction and we break, then we can start looking for buy orders to target all of this liquidity. Okay, now seeing that accumulation will show us that buyers are actually interested in this market, right? We'll actually see the orders getting filled and we'll see buyers that are interested, right? And then especially if we evaluate this high, that'll give us a confirmation entry, meaning we can take buys from this area. Now, let's say the market just goes ahead and just starts retracing. Now this is a different scenario here because we don't see that accumulation. So we don't know whether it's buyers driving this price or this is just going to be a simple retracement, especially if it is slow moving like this, right? If it is slow moving like this, then yeah, most likely than not, this is just going to be a regular retracement. So if we see something like this, I am honestly going to expect this to probably react from here and get another push lower before we see maybe another reaction. So this could also form a bigger schematic, but it also depends on DXY. So what I just showed you guys on DXY, we create a change of character, which means that actually validates that demand zone that we were looking for. So we created this change of character, which validates the demand zone, meaning we actually have buyers interested in this market here. So what does that mean? If DXY is going to continue going higher, EU is going to continue going lower. So depending on how DXY reacts up here and how we see how strong the dollar is next week, and we do have NFP next week as well, just make sure you are aware of that. We are going to go over some of the news as well. But What I'm seeing right now is we have a high that created a low. So in order for us to start buying this market, either we need to create an accumulation down here, right? Something we can take an entry off of, targeting this supply zone, or maybe targeting, if we do break the high, then you have a good entry here, and then you can stack another entry with the reaccumulation. But I would not take a buy from here unless we create an accumulation. Okay, that is the main thing here, just because of that change of character on DXY. All right, but this is a valid demand zone, and honestly guys, if the market breaks this low, I don't see any other valid area to buy from. So I'm honestly, if we do break this low and we just break lower with impulse and momentum, then honestly guys, I'm gonna expect this to just make a new low here, and we're gonna continue the bearish market cycle. Reason why is because we are looking for sales here anyways. As you can see, we are looking for shorts in this area. So I mean, it would be great if we do get that accumulation from here that takes us higher, takes out all of this liquidity, and then we get that push lower for our next move, right? That would be amazing. Doesn't have to happen though. Okay, it doesn't have to happen. If the market does just starts going lower and we start bleeding past these lows here, then I'm gonna expect redistributions to the downside until we take out this low here. All right, I would not love the market to leave all of this liquidity. I hope not. I hope it doesn't, but if it does, it does. So the main thing here, guys, is this area is going to be important. Okay, now if the market goes higher, acts, and then we create a new low, we have low to high, and then this here will be our next area where we'll be looking for a change of character. Okay, so the main thing here is, guys, look for an accumulation, right? We need a confirmation entry in here. We need to actually see buyers. So it doesn't have to be an accumulation. It could be Asian session, right? Asian session creates a liquidity, and we raid that liquidity. Boom, the market creates you a change of character. Let's say we create a change of character based off the accumulation, or just a simple break of any highs here that confirms that we actually took Asian lows. And then you can take this as an entry. We are in a demand zone, so taking that as an entry to target this area, and then let's say, like I said, we break this area. Now you have a good entry that creates a change of character inside of the demand zone. So then I would expect the market to pull back, give us a reaccumulation, come mitigate the last area before we get another push to the upside, and then we could target that liquidity. But we need to invalidate one of these highs over here before we start trying to target that upper liquidity up here. We need to break out of this demand zone first. All right, so just make sure you're keeping an eye on this area here. And the reason why I say that is because I'm selling GU. All right. Okay, guys, the reason I say that is because I'm selling GU. So if we're looking at GU on the higher time frame, we do have liquidity above these highs, right? As you can see, we do have liquidity here sitting at these highs. Now, what I tell you guys about liquidity, the market doesn't always have to come and take it. Okay. Now, the reason why I say this is because if we're looking at this whole thing here, and we know we had our order flow from this high to this low, and we broke that order flow. This is why we have a change of character, and this is why I have this order flow going bullish, because we invalidated bearish order flow here. Okay, so after that change of character, invalidating that bearish order flow, this here is our main leg. From this high all the way down is our entire leg, and we can see the order flow inside of that leg, right? Boom. See the order flow inside that leg, but this here is that one major leg to the downside. So if we're looking at it objectively, even though we have liquidity up here, from this high to this low here, that is our main leg. You can see the market has came into the 80% into premium pricing of this latest major leg to the downside, right, on the intraday time frame. So understanding that potentially we are in premium pricing, looking to see the fact that this market, and the reason why I did that is because looking at this market, the fact that we started creating change of characters, the fact that we started invalidating these lows, you can see this looks like a major distribution, right? Here we have our primary support, right, mainly, and then here we have our main distribution that happened. Okay, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3 drives. Okay, and then we have our change of character right here, and now we're seeing redistributions as the market is going lower. So I do have 2 orders on this market, one being off the main distribution up here, and then one being off the redistribution, and I'll go into that I'll go into that in a second. So what do we have here? Okay, like I said, we have the low that creates our high, low creates our high, and then we have our change of character here. We've seen the market respect this area. Boom, we create an accumulation off of that area. So we're seeing buyers, right? We have manipulation of lows, and then we have an accumulation here. So we see valid buyers buying this market to the upside. Now, when that happens and we invalidate those buyers, especially inside of a premium area, what does that tell us? That tells us we potentially have sellers getting into the market. So that breaks down this trade and why we're looking for sales. Okay, so what do we have here is mainly this first area here, which is going to be the main higher probability trade. Okay, this is the higher probability trade because it is based off the entire distribution. Now we have imbalance up here, and this area here is where that limit order for me is going to come off of, because here we took out Asian highs, and this is also supported by news. So this is a news event, and then we have impulse coming from this area here that drives the market lower, creating our change of character. Okay, and also creating a major sign of weakness. All right, seeing this sign of weakness also is what kind of told me that this market is most likely ready to go lower. All right, not only did we create a change of character confirming our distro, we create a sign of weakness by breaking this low as well. So we basically, this here is that first liquidation of demand, and then we have the mitigation. We have that mitigation here. We have that mitigation of that manipulation. The fact that the market broke the accumulation and the original liquidation, that shows a major sign of weakness for us, right? Shows a major sign of weakness in this market, and it also shows us that buyers are definitely getting weak inside of this price area. Now, this area is going to be the most high probability, and we'll talk about this area down here, which I also do have a limit order on as well. Both of these are valid setups for me. So first limit order is going to come off of here, off of this higher area, just based off of this. Stop loss goes up above the high, and I'm targeting a 1 to 3 here. And then let's zoom in and let's talk about Friday. I was looking for this trade on Friday as well. So what do we have here? We have an accumulation coming out of Asian session, right? Accumulation coming out of Asian session drives the market higher. We have Asian session highs, and what do you see happens here? We created distribution. Look at that distribution right here, and then let me go to the 1 minute so you guys can see it clearly. Here's our distribution, guys. All right, pretty valid distribution with our UTAD. That right there is our UTAD. That takes out all of these Asian highs and confirms our distribution. Now you can see the market drives lower. After taking out these highs, we create a new low, and we invalidated this low down here, that major low that I was talking about that created that sign of weakness for us, right? So this is also a valid area. We have a manipulation, we have a break of structure, and we have impulse from that area. We can see the market. Now, we did have some liquidity, not liquidity, but we did have some imbalance on the market already came in filled. And you can also see we have bearish market cycle within here, right? We have a distribution and we have a redistribution. Look how this market tried to accumulate, went higher and failed, right? That means we have a distro, redistribution. So this is valid market cycle as well, okay? So I will be taking a sell here on this manipulation. Right here, stop loss at this high, and I'm going to be targeting 1 to 3 as well, just in case if the market just collapse and we do not go and mitigate our main area of supply yet. All right, so here's going to be the first area, here's going to be the second area. All right, that is GU, and basically we're going to be taking it all the way down into this area down here. And also you can see on GU we had that change of character as well, and this is also in a bullish order flow as we are going higher. Okay, so us also breaking this low is going to be that major confirmation that we're gonna take out all of these lows. So if we do break this low here, I do see us breaking a new low. All right, but we will look for shorts into this demand zone, and this is that same demand zone that EU is already in, which is CPI right here. All right, let's move on to gold. I'm gonna speed up a little bit more, guys. Don't want this video to be way too long, but let's go into gold real quick. We're seeing a major retracement in gold, so I'm gonna delete this real quick. This is not where we're gonna be looking for buys. Let me, boom. Here's gonna be your demand zone. I'm gonna make it very simple. So in this major upswing on gold, we finally started distributing. All right, from this low all the way to this high, you can see this market has just been flying, going higher, and we're finally distributing. All right, I still believe we're gonna come to 3,000 before we get a huge pullback. I believe we might go more than 3,000. We'll see, but I believe we still can't get there. We do have a distribution at these highs. As you guys can see, we have a major distribution. This whole thing here is a distro, and then we have the distro on the fractal time frame, as you can see. So seeing that distribution, we're going to expect this market to continue going lower. All right, we got our major change of character breaking this low here, which tells us that sellers are getting weak. Well, sellers are getting strong and buyers are getting weak, right? Invalidating demand zones, right? We have a valid demand zone here. We have a valid demand zone here. You can see the market is just falling right through them. So that tells us that sellers are taking over this market for the time being. We're having selling pressure at these highs, which is, that is not surprising. Why? Because this market has been going higher. At some point, you're going to take profits, right? If you're buying this market at these lows down here and you're accumulating on this market, you're taking your orders higher, 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 higher. Once the market gets to these highs, you're at all-time highs. Understand, gold is at all-time highs here, okay? There's no price action to the left. This is the highest gold has ever been. People are going to take profits, okay? You're going to take profits on your investment, at least something, okay? Imagine multiple people, and even if people are just taking partials and holding it for a long term, imagine millions of people taking partials is going to create a distribution, right? You're going to see the distribution of orders. So that's just how the market moves. So seeing that distribution of orders here, I would honestly look for more redistributions. So let's zoom in here and let's see what the price action is currently looking like. Nothing crazy. We're leaving a lot of Asian highs, I see. So I would wait at least until one of these highs is taken out, and then we take those distributions to the downside, right? This is going to be the valid area. This is going to be the most valid area. This is the first area I'll be looking for potential buying opportunities. It is on our institutional level as well. That first institutional level, I told you guys to be looking for buys, so you might get another chance to buy the market here. Now, looking at our fibs, that does kind of match where the 50% may come into, so we may come and hit the 50% here before we get another bounce. Of course, down here at the 71 and the 80, that's going to be the most discounted area. This is going to be the best buying area. Anywhere inside of here is going to be that best area to buy from, of course. So we could draw potentially something like this, right? Inside of here might be that next best area to buy, but this is the first area I would definitely look for. This is that last reaction before we broke this high and started taking off. So this is that first area you would look for buying opportunities, guys. All right, and let me go ahead and put an alert right here too. Alert. All right, that's gold. I'm gonna skim through these real quick. USD CAD is still bullish. I'm surprised that we gave this reaction here off of this area. DXY is going higher, so as long as DXY is going higher, we can't expect USD CAD to continue higher. Look at this move, right? We mitigated that demand zone. We're pushing higher. So seeing that, continue looking for these reaccumulations. As long as the market's giving us these reaccumulations, like I said, when DXY is bullish, you're going to see USD CAD start following that bullish behavior as well. So what you can do here is follow these reaccumulations as you see them. So we have an obvious rate of liquidity here, right? Taking out all of these lows, Asian lows, and all of these lows. Here's our last manipulation. This is the last down move before price goes higher. We have a break of market structure here. So this is going to be your manipulation. That is where you're going to be looking for buys. So as the market opens tomorrow on Monday, look for a pullback into this area. Look for buying opportunities here. Take this market higher. Okay, this is going to be that first area I would look for buying opportunities on USD CAD. It's a simple reaccumulation, just following DXY. Okay, following that move here on DXY, seeing that DXY is bullish, you can follow these continuation moves. But that also means that you have to keep a close eye on these reaccumulations. Okay, don't be too aggressive. This is just continuation moves. All right, you don't want to be too aggressive on continuation moves. All right, let's go to USHEF. So USHEF. So what we're looking for on USHEF here is, honestly, we're following this market cycle. We have accumulation, we have reaccumulation, and then we have more reaccumulation. So we can see this market on a higher time frame is taking us higher, and we have bullish market structure. Now, bullish market cycle. Now, what I was looking for here, after we left all of this liquidity above here on these highs, I was honestly looking for us to come lower into this area here, into this demand zone. We didn't quite make it. Like I said, with DXY going higher, USD XXX, right? Anything USD XXX is going to start trending higher. Okay, XXX USD with the USD behind is going to be going lower. Okay, this is something that you really want to make sure you're paying attention to. All right, so that means now if DXY continues going higher and we continue seeing that strength in the dollar, if we get this change of character right here, and I'm gonna zoom into that and show you why it's a valid change of character. So we have a distribution right here. All right, valid distribution here. You guys can see it. We took out Asian highs here, and we have a strong push to the downside, and we also have more distribution. So this also tells us that we did have valid sellers coming out of this area. So this is our last order flow leg. From this high to this low is what's holding order flow. So this is going to be the only area that you're going to look to sell this market from. All right, the only way we're going to sell this is if you get a distribution. So let me draw this out for you guys real quick. Put supply. The only way we'll take sales from here is if we get a distribution. We're already starting to form that. We have one drive. This is the ST. This is potentially our STMB. Maybe get a pullback, get our spring. Once we break out of the range, right, we have to break out of the range. And our range is right here. Range is going to be from this high to this low. Let me go ahead and put that there for you guys. Boom. That is going to be your range, right? That is your buying climax. That is your automatic rally. That's your range. So in order for us to confirm this distribution, even type 2, right? Even if we just have a type 2 here and the market goes lower, we have to actually break out of this range here, hopefully with a change of character with a BMS, before we come back into the 50% and get more moves to the downside. All right. But that's only if the market is going to sell from here. So like I said, be careful. If we do break this high, if we break this high here, that was an ugly line, but you guys get it. If we break this high here, then if there is something inside of here, let's say it's a manipulation of Asian lows, something simple, right? Any type of demand that was formed inside of here that broke this high, you can use that as your next area to take this market higher. Or if there's nothing in here that you can trade that broke this high, then we're going to look for reaccumulations to the upside. So you're going to look for fake outs. You're going to look for fake outs, the market taking out liquidity, invalidation of those highs, and continue taking this market higher to target these highs right here. We have liquidity sitting above here, and I'll just keep it simple. You can see we almost have equal highs right here. So we have valid liquidity sitting beneath, above these highs. We have high, high, high right here. So we have a lot of liquidity sitting up here that the market could come and take as well. Let's move on to AU. AU, we have a huge accumulation. And just to kind of keep this simple, you guys can see we have from this low to this high. We're inside of discounted pricing. We're beneath the 50%. So I would be looking for buying opportunities anywhere in here. Wait for the market to start giving us that accumulation. Now, zooming into the price action as well, we really are still in a bearish market cycle. We haven't broken anything yet. We haven't broken any highs. You can see this market is just falling. So don't look for anything yet. Wait until we start seeing a change of character. So let's say the market creates something, and then boom, you suddenly get a spike, right? That takes out all of these highs right here. All right, cool. Wait for the market to pull back. If you see the market starts trending and just starts going higher like this, then you can wait for reaccumulations, right? Look for the market to create fake distributions and validate those distributions, take this market higher. That, or this could be our selling climax. All right, you're gonna know if it's our selling climax depending on how the market pulls back. If the market immediately pulls back into the range and we sit into the range, most likely that is our selling climax and the market is going to create more drives. All right, but seeing that quick impulse that takes out all of this just tells you that, hey, buyers got into the market here. Okay, that's what the selling climax is for. So after that, we'll probably get a test, STMB, and then a spring. Okay, that'll be your last manipulation. Once we break out of the range, you take that entry off of that manipulation, the market goes higher. That is going to be the highest probability scenario here. Okay, a bigger accumulation like this. Let's move on. Let's see. All right, ACAD, did we break this high? We did not break this high. Surprised that we are reacting from here, but ACAD, from what I can see so far, we have a break of this high here. Break of this high, market is going higher. We are in bullish market cycle, so we did pull back and we did create an accumulation here. So this is why this is a demand zone, because this is an accumulation that took out liquidity and we see a push from that area. We did have these lows here that I told you guys don't buy from this area, and you can see what happened, right? The market took out these lows. I said that last week, and look at us going lower. We came lower into this demand zone here. So honestly, I'm gonna zoom into this and let's see what the price action is looking at first before I give you guys what to look for. And so far, it's not the best price action. We have liquidity down here. I wouldn't be buying from here yet, guys. I'd be patient because this market honestly didn't make a new high. So technically, since this accumulation didn't make a new high, we could still just go lower into the 80% before we see a push up. Okay, if the market doesn't have to react here, we do have liquidity though above these highs, which is a good target, but we didn't break the high, so the market doesn't have to react from here. All right, so I would wait for a confirmation entry here, guys, at least taking out these equal lows here. So maybe something like this. Let's say if you're gonna buy from this area, wait for at least something like that. All right. Let's see. And I think I want to talk about something here. I'm not sure which market it was. Not sure what market it was, but it's okay. All right, let's go to USD/JPY real quick. All right, so USD/JPY. Well, you guys can see. So USD/JPY, we've been on a bearish trend here. The yen is increasing, right? We're seeing yen being a strong currency at the moment. They are increasing their rates, so we can expect a stronger yen. All right, so just going based off of what we've been seeing, we see a major distribution at these highs. And since that distribution, look at this order flow to the downside, guys. Just order flow to the downside. So it's pretty simple, right? From this high to this low is our latest order flow leg. As the market starts coming up here, and you can buy into this, and we'll go down here into a lower time frame. We'll talk about how to buy this. But ultimately, the market is making a pullback into this area here. So getting back into the 50% and mainly just getting back into premium pricing before we look for a distribution to take this market lower, continuing our order flow. Right now, I want you to buy into this. So seeing that we have an accumulation down here, you can see our accumulation is right here, and I'm gonna just put a box around it of our accumulation. This is a box on our accumulation right here. So boom, that's our accumulation right there. You can see we have our accumulation. Now, one thing I don't like is the fact that we don't have liquidity rates. All right, so in order to buy this market, we are not going to take mitigations from here. We're not going to be buying from here, right? It's a good thing that we're seeing this. We're seeing potential buying orders. That's great. What we need to see now is we need to see reaccumulations, right? To confirm that we actually have buyers. What does that mean? So right now we have two drives. Let's say we get another drive. The market comes and takes out all of these lows. I would want to see the market come and take out all of these lows, and then we break that. We get an immediate shift. We break that. Once we do that, whatever took out these lows, that's going to be your area for entry and take this market higher. All right, that is a confirmed reaccumulation. That's what you want to look for. All right, I don't want you guys taking buys from these areas here. This is low probability buys, just because we don't have a valid manipulation here. We have Asian lows, right? No manipulation. If you don't see a manipulation, you're probably part of the manipulation. just keep that in mind. All right, so I think that's it for all my regular pairs. I don't really have any requests, and if you guys do have requests, then please let me know in the video. But we're gonna be inside of a live call anyways soon, so you guys could just give me your pairs that you're looking for there. Let's look at GJ real quick. What's going on here? Nothing special. So let's go ahead and get into the indices real quick, and we'll end it off in this tab. So US 30, man, this market. So the stock market has been crazy this week, insane. All right, especially on US 30, lots of liquidations as we get into this here, and we're gonna let me go here real quick and show you guys. We're gonna go into the futures just so I can show you guys this. So just to confirm with you guys, we have a low that creates a high, right? We did go above these highs here. All right, we did create a new high. Okay, so we still do have liquidity up here, right? We have a lot of liquidity sitting up here. And you can see the market is trying to accumulate, right? That's what we thought the market was trying to do. You can also see we did tap into this imbalance right here as well. We did tap into that imbalance here. So now going on to US 30 here, we can see the price action is a little bit different. All right, so that's the reason why I have the futures chart right here as well, so I can look at the price action compared to here to Onda, which is the broker. Okay, so we know that we made a new high, so we're not worrying about highs. We know this is the low that creates our new high. All right, we still know that this liquidity is sitting over here. We know this is our demand zone. That's where I'm looking for an order if the market does continue lower. We know that we tapped into our imbalance on the futures price. which futures is the real price, guys. Just make sure you understand that. Without any spread, without anything into it, futures is the real price. So this is why we have the futures chart here. All right, so what do you see? We see we tapped into the imbalance here, and we're getting an accumulation. Okay, now we've been seeing this all week. We've been seeing this all week. So what do we trust here? What do we do? Seeing this market is right. What do we do? So we have this area of potential demand that I will be looking at. First, I just need us to break out of this, guys. I need us to just break out, right? Let's just break out and let's hold this area here. And if the market continues higher, we'll take reaccumulations taking it higher. But first, I need us to actually break out of this range before I start even doing anything here. Once we break out of this range, then I will set a limit order here on this accumulation. So probably off of the whole area. I'm not sure yet, to be honest. Let's see. It's a nice candle. 2 hours, nice as well. Might be something I will take, honestly. Something like this. All right. So we will see. And let's go to on the chart right here. We'll look at it. This is also GU. If you guys wanted to know, we did break the low. So yeah, we're good on GU as well. But yeah, we did take out Asian lows at the end of the session. All right, as you can see here, we did take out Asian lows. End of New York session, we did that. So yeah, probably most likely, guys, once we exit this range, and we need to do that first. Once we exit this range, I'm not going to tell you guys I'm going to set a limit order here. Not yet. Okay. I will update you guys over the week on Instagram, in the Discord. Join the Discord. All right. Links in the description. And I'll update you guys when I do set a limit order here. I have to see the market open on Monday. I have to see what actually happens. So I don't want to give you guys that call just yet. Because I'm not going to be placing a limit order there yet. So I don't want to talk about it and then you guys place a limit order there or you get stopped out or anything, because I'm not taking this trade just yet. I need more confirmations. All right. We need to break out of this high. I need to see us actually sit above this high and not wicks. We've been seeing wicks for a lot. We've been seeing wicks here. This is honestly our full body closure. Let's go on a daily time frame. Let's see what's going on. This is the first daily candle that actually closed with not a huge wick, right? We have more body than we have wick, so that's a good sign. We just need to see what the next daily candle is going to do on Monday. So we need to see if we're going to continue this bullish pressure. Hopefully we do, and we get more body closures above these highs. If we start seeing more body closures, let's say on the 15-minute, 30-minute, on those, decent time frames. I'm not talking about 1 minute body closures, guys. We're talking about, at least 15-minute, 30-minute to an hour body closures above this high. Let's see one more. That'll tell me that the price is actually maintaining these highs. So then I'll be more comfortable setting a limit order off of this area and then targeting all of this liquidity here. Okay, that is something that I will be looking for. Like I said, I do have my buying opportunity down here, as you guys seen earlier down here. So that is something we're going to be looking at as well. All right, and let's go to UK 100. It's a great market. Great market right here. So this is something you guys, if you guys want to look at, we have very good price action going on. We have valid legs, right? Go on the 1 hour. It's our low to our high, low to our high, and then low with an accumulation to our new high. So Continue following this order flow. I know Jake is actively trading this, so continue following this order flow. It's pretty simple. Next area that I would be looking for buys from, I would honestly like to wait until we make this high to draw our next fibs. Let's go fib. And honestly, I think this, yeah, we'll leave it like this. I'll add it on here. Let's do this real quick. All right, there we go. So whatever new high we make, I will be looking for that pullback into 50% and then continue taking this market higher. All right, pretty good market cycle, pretty good structure on here. All right, don't really have a specific zone just yet. Maybe this manipulation here. This is where it all started. But nothing really set in stone, guys. Nothing really set in stone. But just follow this order flow. It's really good. Wait till we get it pulled back into discounted pricing. Right now, we're not in discounted pricing. We also have a accumulation sitting here, right? You can see we have the distribution at the top. Distribution at the top here. We have the rate of the lows. So potentially this as well for a more, this is going to be a low probability setup, but this is also an area you can look into. Let's say 50%, you see an accumulation. Then just following this order flow and this market cycle, this is not a bad trade to take, right? An accumulation here during New York session, you know, during the prime time session, valid accumulation, take that higher. Okay. Let's shuffle through these real quick. XPX. Huge accumulation here on XPX. Very good sign, right? That supports our bias. NAS. Nice accumulation here as well. As you can see, that's going to drive us higher. Let's go to GER. Demand zone. So we're still reacting off of demand zone on GER 40. So reaccumulations, guys. Reaccumulations higher. Boom. Let's go back into XPX real quick before we look over news real quick, and then we'll close this session. So we're still maintaining, right? We're still maintaining lows. All right, we're still maintaining lows. We have a huge accumulation. So honestly, guys, what's really going to determine what happened here is this high right here, where we had this major sell-off here. This high, if we are able to break this high, we will see this become a major accumulation here. Major accumulation. I would honestly wait for a pullback. That could be a valid limit order targeting all of this high. Okay, that's if we take out this high. Now, if you see we react from this high, then we're definitely going to need a confirmation entry inside of here. Same goes for NAS. Well, NAS is actually a little bit better. That's actually a little bit better. If NAS pulls back right now before we go higher, so if we go higher, we have valid imbalance here to fill, right? As you guys can see, we have valid imbalance here. I would target this imbalance, okay? If the market is going to continue going higher, I would definitely target that imbalance. How would you do that? One or two things. Either we get a pullback here. If we get a pullback first into this area, that could be a valid area to look for buying opportunities to target this imbalance right here. If you see the market just going higher, you can attempt to look for reaccumulations right before we get to there. But if you see this market get up here and we get into this imbalance, we get back into this area, and you see rejections going to the downside, don't take a limit order from this area. Wait until we get into here and look for accumulations before we take this higher. Okay, the highest opportunity, the best opportunity here would be if the market comes down first. You can be aggressive if the market comes down first and then we try to go higher, then you can be more aggressive here. But if you see the market come up here first and then we're coming back, do not be that aggressive. All right, you actually want to wait. Okay, so, and we also broke this low. So like I said, be careful. Okay, be careful, because going on a higher time frame, on a daily time frame, looking at our higher time frame structure, what do we have? This being that major manipulation, market took us higher, we came back, mitigated to 50%. Look at our next leg, look at our next drive. From this low all the way to this high is our next daily time frame, right? So the market could really come all the way back to 50% or even lower back into these prices over here. So just be careful. All right, just be careful here. And I believe that is it. Stocks, let's see, Nvidia here, we're at the 50% of our last leg. So that is something to look for. We filled up this imbalance here already. We got a reaction from there. Now we're coming back into the 50%. So we're still bullish, right? Of course, our leg is still bullish. So it's just right now, market cycle, we need to see that shift. Let's go on the 1 hour and let's see what's going on. That shift would honestly be us breaking this high. That's when I would say we're back in a bullish market cycle as well. Right now, we're still in a bearish market cycle. We're still seeing heavy momentum to the downside. So be careful on Nvidia. Let's go to Apple real quick. Apple as well. See our order flow. We pulled back into the 50%, and you can see here as well, right after filling up this imbalance, we got a nice rejection. So we're getting a nice rejection here, potentially leading with a change of character, right? If we can break this high and we can sit above this high, let's say we get a pullback and we start seeing something like this, I would expect this high to get broken. So pretty nice here, pretty nice. And I believe that is all. Let's go into Forex Factory. Look at the news real quick, and we will end this session. So it is a new week. It is a new month, right? We are in March, guys. So we are definitely going to have news. All right, we're definitely going to have news. We have ECB coming out this week. That is something major we're going to be paying attention to. Unemployment claims. What else do we have? GDP as well. We have news every day this week, so make sure you are definitely paying attention. All right, so the main thing is going to be down here, guys. This is really going to be it for this week. Friday is going to be a major day. We're going to see Powell talking and NFP in the same day. Please be careful. Powell and NFP on the same day. Please be careful. All right. So please, okay. So Friday, if you just want to get out of the market before Friday, that'd be smart as well. But Friday is going to be a major day. Thursday as well is going to be a major day. ECB, unemployment claims. We have a lot of Euro news on Thursday, so that's something you want to pay attention to. Wednesday, ISM. We're not really going to pay attention to that too much. Let's see. CPI for the chef if you're trading any chef pairs, and then GDP for the Aussie, JPY. I don't really think they're going to talk about anything major either. But just make sure you're paying close attention to the times and what stuff is coming out and things like that. Like I said, Friday is going to be the major day of this week. This is the day that you kind of like. I wouldn't blame you if you don't trade this day. Depending on what happens Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, like let's say I'm pretty profitable for this week. On earlier, let's say Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm pretty profitable. I'll probably stop trading halfway through the week, and then I won't even trade on Friday, depending on what's going on my accounts and stuff like that. So probably I like to stay away from trading news. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't like to be in positions, or I don't like to have orders active or orders pending while news is coming out. All right, so I do delete my orders before news. And if news doesn't affect any of my analysis, I will put those same orders back on. And I recommend that for all of you guys here as well. If you're not just purely confident, it's not even that either. It's spread, right? It's mainly spread. and just how we know how news goes, right? We know how news works. Sometimes we can have major wicks and major spread, and that could stop you out of trades just like this. And that's just not fair. All right, that's just not fair. So I would avoid trading during this time. Okay, that's gonna be the best advice that I have for you guys. All right, so pretty much it from me, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. We will be here on YouTube live in the next one. So peace out. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys next week or in the Discord. Enjoy your weekend. Be careful. All right, like I said, be careful this week. We do have a lot of news, a lot of red folder news. So make sure you're being patient and you're waiting for your setups. All right, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.